All right, we have so much to do. So just so you know, we have one more segment here, which is one of World Chef's most passionate projects, which is the young chefs. So we're going to talk about that in a second. So plenty of lunch. Lunch is going to be waiting for you, so no worries there. Chairman of the Young Chefs Development, Jasper Jack. First of all, give him a round of applause because he's a super great guy. And he's very passionate about what he does, and he's just a super good guy. And he does a lot of work, like every day, every month, every week. He will kick off our final session today. Jasper will share the latest Young Chefs development efforts and the programs from around the world. So give him another big round, and then he's going to introduce his people after that. So thank you very much.
It's an honor to stand before you today as chair of the Young Chefs Development Committee. I see before me not just the leaders of today, but also our industries tomorrow, the architects of our industry of tomorrow. Before I begin, I'd like to recognize my committee. Can my committee please stand? My committee, yeah, the Young Chefs Development Committee. They put in many hours meeting every month on Zoom, working tirelessly, so I'd like to thank them. And I also like to thank their presidents for supporting them, giving them their strong support. If without your support, they can't do what they do. I would like to stress that the Young Chefs Development Committee isn't here to nurture the young chefs of every national association for you. The national associations have the responsibility to develop your own young chefs, and it is our committee there to support and to guide you through global coordination, initiatives, and also best practices. Next, may I have all the young chefs to please stand? Let us give a round of applause to welcome them to the big World Chefs family. In this edition, we have young chefs from 18 countries. So my hope for young chefs here is that after all this, and when you go back to work in the industry, please stay close to the national associations you are from. Please stay close and contribute to them, and also contribute to World Chefs. Thank you. Okay, in the recent years, we have seen a lot going on young chefs. There has been forums such as the G5, Young Chefs Unplugged. There's also young chefs gatherings in the Nordic meetings. And there are also lots of young chefs competitions. To cite a few, there's the Young Chefs Grand Prix in Singapore. There's the Nestle Golden Chef's Hat in Australia and New Zealand. There's also in China, there's also the Hotel X Rising Chefs, the Asian Pastry Young Chefs Challenge. So there's lots of competitions going on. There has been active young chefs clubs, some tremendously active, such as UAE, South Korea, Australia, New Zealand. There's also scholarships, bursaries, such as the Otto Weiber Scholarship Bursary in Singapore, the Michael Strumantis Scholarship in Philippines, and World Chefs has also been actively working with the UNFAO, World Food Forum Young Chefs Program, to support them in their mentorship program. So there's lots of things going on, actually. But are we doing enough? That's the question. Today, after 22 years since the first Young Chefs Club was registered with World Chefs, we only have 1/3 of our member nations having a Young Chefs Club. That's the fact. And there are also some here that think that Young Chefs is just like a checklist. You do something about Young Chefs and job done. So, with World Chef as a body, we can't have some countries that are committed and some are just backbenchers. For we are as strong as our weakest link. So this is a problem. So I'd like to tell you what are the consequences if national associations do not support in developing their young chefs. First of all, the industry. The industry now is kind of gloomy. As you can see, chefs are leaving the industry. There are fewer chefs in the industry. There are fewer people joining in the industry. And we risk going down a downward spiral. To remain relevant, national associations must be the professional home of the next generation. If they don't find value, if they don't find mentorship within the association, they will look elsewhere. Your people. I'd like to share. To remain relevant, national associations have to be the home and also groom their young chefs. I'd like to share a story. When I was a young chef, I was just 16 years old, and I was in the committee of the Young Chefs Club in Singapore. And together, there was a call for the national team, the Singapore Chefs Association Executive Committee, and also the Young Chefs Club to come to cook at the Istana. The Istana is the president's palace in Singapore. So we cooked for the president. And it was an eye-opener as 16 years old, as a first-year culinary student, to cook together with some leading chefs, I would say. So I was there cutting chives, and there was this tall chef, tall, very tall, blue eyes. He was slicing the chives so accurately, so finely, using a backhand stroke. It's like, I don't know how to call it. It's like 60 bits a second. Yeah, so he was John Sloan, as you can see. And up to today, whenever I bump into him, he will ask me, how's things going with your career? Do you need any help with your career? So these are things that I'm indebted to the chefs that come before me, and that is also why I continue serving in the Chefs Association in Singapore and also in World Chefs, because I feel thankful for that. So national associations, the more you invest in your young chefs, I feel the more that they will give back. Companies and organizations these days, when they want to work with someone or they want to sponsor an organization, they are more choosy in who they want to do that with. And there are also other options, other organizations, competitions knocking on their doors. So they want to know that, are you putting effort in sustainability? Are you putting effort in nurturing the future of our industry? Are you involved in CSR? So these are the things they want to know. And if we do not nurture young chefs, we might risk losing partnerships with corporations, companies, and organizations. So what can national associations do to develop their young chefs? So these are some of the things that national associations can do. They can form a young chefs club. This isn't a new thing. Yep. Give them a formal voice and a space and a sense of belonging. You can also foster mentorship. You can help them find their North Stars, and in so, help them develop their full potential. And just to let you know that I'm sure the presidents know, last week the committee has sent out a guide on mentorship that you can adopt. It's plug and play. Just put your logo in and roll it out. Yeah. And you can also facilitate internships. A chef who travels is a chef who grows. Help them find internship opportunities overseas. Sorry. You can also organize forums such as this and events such as this. You can also organize young chef competitions to give young chefs opportunities and also train them to compete locally and overseas. The future of world chefs is not a concept. It is standing right before us here. Today, I would like to ask, will our leadership, will our national presidents, and everyone else here, will you join me? Will you join world chefs in developing the next generation of young chefs? Would you join us in nurturing the young chefs in your country? If you are willing, I ask that you please stand. Thank you very much. In closing, I'd like to say, let us create such a good home for the young chefs that they would not need to look elsewhere. Thank you. Yes. Next. I'm very honored today to introduce a panel discussion on the future of young chefs. Today, we have a team of industry leaders who will be exploring the evolving opportunities and challenges for the next generation of chefs. Please join me in welcoming Kazuki Kitooka, Director of Youth, Women at FAO, John Davis, CEO of Levy for UK, Ireland, and Young Chefs, Carla William, Talent and Reward Manager at Celtic Collection, Peter T. Schauser, Culture, Cuisine, and Heritage Food Committee Chairman. And last but not least, Rosalind Ediger, CEO of the Culinary Diplomacy Foundation of Canada, and also part of my committee.